I accidentally boned a woman in an arranged marriage. Now that I know the truth, I'm leaving her, but she has other ideas.
Oh my God.
I, 19 male, hooked up with a girl, 22, a few nights ago. Her name was not Anya, but I'm going to pretend it was in order to tell the story without revealing real names.
Smart.
So Anya and I crossed paths at an art gallery. It was one of those cliche movie moments when a confused character is staring at an abstract painting before another character decides to approach the confused character to discuss the abstract painting.
Oh, I like where this is going.
I was the person staring at the painting, and Anya was the person who approached me. The two of us had no idea what we were looking at, but we had fun trying to figure it out together. For the first time in my life, I finally said the right things at the right time to convince an attractive girl to go home with me.
Impressive.
So I guess both of them are spitting game. I don't know. It seems like she was the one convincing you to go home with her because she was the one that
started the conversation.
Approached you.
True.
She has Riz and you're just receiving the Riz.
Yeah.
I fell asleep with Anya in my bed. Not gonna lie, I was exhausted, but one round wasn't enough for Anya. Oh man.
Oh God.
If I ever tapped out and called it a night, she would still be on top of me right now. At around midnight, I woke up to the sound of Anya low-key laughing. She was wide awake with her phone in front of her face. When I asked her what she was doing, she apologized for waking me and casually said she was reacting to messages from her fiance.
She just dropped the bomb like that.
Without hesitation, she showed me the messages before I had time to ask another question. Based on what I read after almost being blinded by the brightness of Anya's phone, it was clear that Anya's fiance was worried about her and wanted to know where she was.
She was finding that funny?
I feel bad for this dude. He's getting wrecked, dude. I had no idea that Anya was in a relationship, let alone engaged. She explained that she was part of an arranged marriage and her fiance was not someone she loved or even liked.
Oh, this is heart-wrenching.
She said it was funny reading his messages because he didn't even know her well enough to spell her name right. I didn't know how to respond. How do you respond?
That is a lot.
Anya kissed me and said her plan was to fully embrace her hoe phase and sleep with as many people as possible before she became a wife and a mom. I said I was kind of uncomfortable being the other guy and encouraged Anya not to proceed with the arranged marriage if it made her unhappy. Anya got upset when I was somewhat reluctant to kiss her back and said she counted on me to be less disappointing in bed.
Oh my God, brutal.
She's just being brutal all around. I was decent, not disappointing. Anya disagreed and got dressed. I offered to drive her home because we used my car to get to my flat, but she insisted on using an Uber. I waited with her outside, even though she continued to tell me how mediocre I was in the bedroom. She said the last random guy she hooked up with was smaller than me below the waist, but at least he knew how to use his
Wait, why is she being so mean?
She said my nipples were shaped like angry eyes and my belly button looked off center. She said she didn't mean to body shame. What do you mean you don't mean to body shame me?
Wait, it sounds like she's done nonstop body shaming.
She said she didn't mean to body shame me, but she had nothing else to focus on during sex because I was so bad at making her feel any kind of pleasure. Out of frustration, I said I was beginning to feel sorry for the guy who was gonna marry her. Guess what? There's more. Anya's not done. Anya looked like she wanted to slap me, but she continued to roast me instead. She said my balls looked like prunes and my roommate was far more attractive than me. It was the longest 2 minutes of my life. I returned to my flat as soon as I saw the Uber approaching. I didn't bother saying goodbye. This was by far the most bizarre and unhealthiest hookup I have ever experienced. Anya managed to unlock insecurities in me I didn't even know I had.
Oh, that's so sad. She has some issues to work on.
I think she's just trying to stab anything that moves, you know?
Kind of unleashed something in her. She got triggered, but I feel like how else was she expecting him to take that?
So my question is, have you ever had anything like this happen to you?
I've dealt with a few body shaming comments. That's probably the most that I can relate to this.
After a hookup?
No, not after a hookup, just in general.
The worst hookup story that I've ever had, it was a Tinder date. Mm-hmm. And the reason that it didn't go beyond us just talking. She made me drop everything to call my mom to figure out the time of my birth so she could do our astrological star sign chart thing. That was the biggest turnoff for me. Well, Emma, Shall we get into the next story?
Let's get into the next one.
Let's do it.
My boyfriend's brother just called me fat, so I clapped back hard. My boyfriend is furious and says I went too far. Am I the a-hole?
Depends if the clap back is like out of the boyfriend's weight class.
So I, 25 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 29 male, for 8 months. I moved to the US 2 years ago and met my boyfriend at work. I mentioned this for context, and all is good so far. Then a week ago, he said he wants me to meet his family. I agreed, and honestly, I was nervous and giddy about it because I felt like everything was going really smoothly and was excited about where it was going. He called his parents.
Oh God.
Why?
I'm waiting for all the balls to drop and it to go terribly.
It's too good right now. He called his parents and they were really excited to meet me, so we decided to make it a weekend. His parents have a spare room, so they offered it to us. When we got there, I was greeted with hugs from mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and her wife, sister-in-law's wife. His father-in-law gave me a stern pat on the back, but he seemed like a reserved type of man, so I took it as a good sign.
That's like the most father-in-law thing to do. It's like, how's it going, son?
I then met one of his two brothers, 19, and the other one worked on Saturdays, so he would only be there for dinner. We sat down and chatted, and they got me some real British tea and slippers, and it was going really well. Then it came to dinner. It's hot, and I'm in a summer dress.
It was hot. I was wearing a summer dress, handbag from Hermes.
Yes. So that's when Mike, 26 male, came home. He lives with his parents after a nasty breakup with his ex a year ago. Boyfriend told me she screamed at him on Christmas for being a controlling, sexist a-hole. She kicked him out of their apartment. My boyfriend introduced me. Mike looked me up and down, but didn't say anything, but nice to meet you. I brushed it off.
Freaking weird. A look up and down is weird.
Halfway through dinner, the convo is flowing really nicely, and I feel comfortable when Mike, out of the blue, asks if I'm pregnant. Now I am what people call mid-size. Kudos to my boyfriend who choked on his food. He got really upset by that comment. I replied with a laugh and said no. The pregnant question. That's never okay.
Especially to someone you don't know.
Boyfriend was staring daggers at Mike, who was staring at me. Then he said, boyfriend has never dated a fat girl before. I was so shocked, my mouth went dry. Everyone kind of sucked in air and froze. Boyfriend has never dated a fat girl before?
Oh my God, Mike, you suck.
I think everyone was too stunned to speak because we were all frozen and staring. I was staring at Mike when he looked down at my breasts and continued, and you're showing a lot of skin. I'm not sure if he was trying to haze me, but that did it. I laughed so loudly that a few people jumped. This is getting so worse. You'd think a 26-year-old man living with mommy and daddy would learn not to judge people, but then again, your girlfriend kicked you out for being a piece of shit. So what do I know? Oh, I like the clapback. I like it. I approve.
That's heat.
Sister-in-law's wife and brother-in-law all laughed, but everyone else was shocked. Mike, however, got angry, stood up, and told me fat girls shouldn't judge people. So I told him that neither should a man with a micro. Easy to say, dinner was ruined. Micro. Mike got up and stormed out of the house. Sister-in-law and sister-in-law's wife stayed to clean up, and boyfriend took me to our room to calm me down. He told me what I did was justified. The next day was just boyfriend, me, and his parents. Boyfriend-in-law's hiding in his room after an awkward breakfast. Mother-in-law is worried because Mike didn't come home and won't answer his calls. We left shortly after breakfast, and father-in-law rubbed my back, but I got no hugs from mother-in-law. And I know I overreacted, but am I the asshole?
Yeah, I mean, Mike sounds like an absolute piece of work. I don't think OP is the asshole though for clapping back. Although, like if she's trying to win brownie points with like the family, this isn't the way to do it.
But she didn't start it, so I think the
she
mother
didn't start it. She's in the right for sure.
Yeah. I think the mother-in-law probably needs some time to get over the situation because that sounds like an awkward dinner. But I think that objectively, only one person was in the wrong.
But I want to know what all of y'all would do. And also, have you ever been insulted by your significant other's family or one of their family members? I would love to hear those stories in the comments. And with that, let's get to the next story.
Let's do it.
I tricked my boyfriend into cheating and now we're breaking up. Am I the asshole?
So far, yes. Right off the back, definitely the a-hole.
Here I am not knowing what's worse. My friend testing my boyfriend or my boyfriend falling for her baits. I told my friend there was no need to test his loyalty, but she kept on insisting and did it anyways. And she was right. She sent him a text online and asked if he wanted to talk or was horny, which is a great opener line. Hey, do you want to just talk or are you horny?
What's the vibe?
He responded, both. Ultimately, he asked her to send a picture of her. I feel sick. I don't know if I should even talk to him about this or just break up with him. Why would he talk about our future together, marriage and children? Tell me about his family and let his family see them and then go around for some cat emoji pics. And there is an update.
Okay.
But question for you, Emma, is this breakup worthy?
Definitely breakup worthy. It sounds like such an unhealthy relationship, both sides. This definitely
Both sides,
should not
yeah.
be talking about marriage.
I'm sorry I'm not able to respond to everyone, but I greatly appreciate the advice and caring text. To answer a few questions, the convo started. She basically said, hey, want to talk or you just horny? He answered, a bit of both, sweetie, but we can do whatever you want. It's a SM app where you can post whatever is on your mind and can call to discuss with strangers. I don't believe my friend is interested in him. I think she genuinely was watching out for me, but I understand some of you think I'm a bad judge of character. Also, he didn't know it was my friend as she didn't use her profile. I've never denied him so far. If anything, he chooses to abstain. And I've also asked him through phases of our relationship if he's happy or if there's anything he'd like me to improve on. But his answer is always, I'm content.
Mm-hmm.
So that's more like info on the relationship. It just doesn't sound like a healthy relationship.
It does not. There's a lot of lies, not much communication. I think the abstaining is confusing.
Him cheating on you is not because you didn't fulfill him.
Exactly.
It's like totally has to do with him not being a good partner rather than you not being a good partner.
Yeah, if she has set the precedent of the relationship and he clearly agreed to it, or at least they were on the same page, and that's not on her in any way to try to read between the lines of what he really wants, maybe.
Yeah, but what I want to know is if you guys have any texts that you either caught either a friend sending or a partner sending that you're like, that's a little sus. I want to hear your sus texts in the comments below. But with that, Emma, thank you so much for coming on the pod. Emma, where can the people find you?
You can find me streaming on Twitch 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. And I'm also a lot on YouTube. We do a lot of build videos, gameplay videos, all the Sims 4. And my username across all social media is Hi Emma Nicole.
All right. Well, bye, Emma Nicole. It was great having you. And we'll see all of you very soon.
Bye.
Peace.